What is going on, guys? It is Wrestlelamia here, back with some more news. Join us now as we look at the wildest news stories and rumors you need to know, including WWE preparing for a top star's return. Is Roman Reigns coming to NXT? Is Roman Reigns the greatest champion of all time? A superstar confirms Vince McMahon is in creative. AEW's ticking bomb. AEW bringing a former WWE star in for All In, and much more. Be sure to subscribe and hit that notification bell for daily wrestling videos, and follow us on Facebook for exclusive lists. Also check out our new channel, Wrestlelamia Shorts. Now let's hit the intro and get straight into our first story. Our first story looks at WWE preparing for a top star's return. Is Drew McIntyre returning to in-ring action soon? McIntyre reportedly has been dealing with nagging injuries, and an impasse over a new deal with the WWE has been off television for quite some time. However, Dave Meltzer is reporting in this week's Observer that McIntyre may be back shortly. As noted, the WWE were hopeful of getting him to return for the first July pay-per-view show. Nothing is official at press time, past they are discussing dates for a return, but creative was not finalized at press time. He represented WWE this past week at the Special Olympics in Berlin, Germany. He has been a global ambassador for the Special Olympics since 2021. Having the Scottish Warrior show up at 1st July's Money in the Bank PLE would get a massive pop, even if he doesn't work a formal match. There have been various stories about Drew's absence, including how he's been working hurt for a long time, as well as McIntyre being concerned about his current push. He's in a difficult spot as he's a two-time WWE champion, yet it's unlikely he'll be holding a world championship anytime soon. McIntyre has been largely involved in feuds ever since dropping the championship, some of which have been lackluster. There have been some speculation that McIntyre could turn heel, a move which could set up some exciting matches between him and world champion Seth Rollins. Should McIntyre stay in WWE? Let us know in the comments down below. Next up, a wild rumor is Roman Reigns coming to NXT. Is Roman Reigns coming to NXT? Well, let's look at a report from Zero News, as Roman Reigns coming to NXT could happen in the future for a one-off appearance. Would only likely be segment promo, but I'm hearing that it very well could happen at some point. They know Reigns on NXT will pop a big number. Early discussions of it, nothing set, just don't be surprised if it does happen. Roman Reigns' appearances on SmackDown are few and far between, so why would the WWE put him on the black and gold brand? As ridiculous as this rumor may sound, the WWE's efforts to build NXT ratings are well known. Indeed, Seth Rollins' recent match against Bron Breakker on NXT delivered the ratings, with Figure 4 Online's Bryan Alvarez tweeting, "According to Brandon Thurston, Seth vs Bron peaked at 950,000, which is huge for NXT. With that in mind, a one-off appearance by the Tribal Chief can't be ruled out. Nonetheless, should Roman appear on NXT, or is this too much of a step down for the former megastar? Let us know in the comments down below. Next up, is Roman Reigns the greatest champion of all time? The Undisputed Champion recently passed the 1,000-day mark as world champion, an achievement the Tribal Council Paul Heyman claims is just one reason why the Tribal Chief is the best of the best. Heyman recently appeared on the Pat McAfee show and made the case for Reigns, saying, "Undisputed, Steve Austin didn't hold the title for 1,000 days. John Cena didn't hold a title for 1,000 days. The Rock didn't hold a title for 1,000 days. Come on. In this era, with this much pressure, with this much level of competition, with a murderer's row of heavyweights that have come after him, how many title defenses against Brock Lesnar, defeating John Cena, stacking Edge and Daniel Bryan on top of each other in the main event of WrestleMania, admittedly just getting by Cody Rhodes? Come on, look at the roster that has been defeated by Roman Reigns. It's an all-time great legendary roster. Roman has beat a who's who of WWE superstars during his current run as champion. Indeed, his title reign is unprecedented in the modern era, but are those two factors enough to rate him as the greatest of all time? Let us know in the comments down below. Next up, a WWE superstar confirms Vince McMahon is in WWE creative. A superstar Ricochet recently spoke with website Sporf and weighed in on Vince McMahon's role backstage. Vince is still involved and Vince is still talked to. He's still someone that everyone looks to, especially with creative. He's got his fingers in everything too. I think Triple H and everybody in creative is just trying to do the best they can in bringing out the best in who they have. They're trying to work to everyone's strengths. I think that's something that Triple H has always done. Fans became used to a much different product when Triple H took over, leading to questions about whether McMahon would alter the game's vision. However, Ricochet seems to feel whatever is being done is based on a goal to capitalize on the WWE's recent resurgence in popularity. They want to grow the brand as much as possible, whether it's Raw or SmackDown or NXT. They're trying to highlight the strengths of everybody. I think that it's great so far. Everybody sees the popularity of the brand now, so they just want to expand it as much as possible. I think what they've been doing recently with everybody has been great. Everybody's been going out there and giving it their all. McMahon's role in creative is no secret, but just how much he's involved behind the scenes remains a mystery. What do you guys think of Ricochet's opinion? Let us know in the comments down below. Next up, AEW's ticking time bomb. This week's Wrestling Observer newsletter reported a top name in All Elite Wrestling that believes the promotion has a ticking time bomb ready to go off. Meltzer is reporting one top name noted to us that they went home after the show on Wednesday in a bad mood, even with the key people kept apart and not on the same shows. Described the fear of this being a ticking time bomb that will not have a happy ending. AEW finds itself in a precarious position as CM Punk does move the needle in AEW, but he's a polarizing figure in the industry and, more importantly, in AEW's locker room. The straight-edge superstar is well aware of both factors, a message he conveyed when he dropped the name of Warner Bros. Discovery CEO and referred to himself as one Bill Phil, dismissing counterfeit bucks. Now, there are two elements to analyze when it comes to Punk's value. The first of the long-term contributions to AEW's success. There's a lot of interest in Punk both due to his long absence as well as the drama surrounding last year's all-out brawl. The second of how much he'll stir the pot backstage and whether he'll turn up the heat on AEW's volatile locker room. In terms of ratings, how long can Punk drive up the ratings? Will the novelty wear off soon, or will Punk's presence on Collision give him a dedicated show to connect with fans? Naturally, AEW is more likely to overlook his antics as long as he brings in the ratings. However, what if he doesn't bring in the ratings and the problems worsen? Next up, Punk and AEW's other ticking time bomb. The ticking time bomb analogy fits AEW perfectly, but there's a second time bomb AEW president Tony Khan must deal with. AEW's upcoming rights deal with Warner Bros. Discovery. There's still too much time left before AEW and Warner's renegotiate their deal, which means Tony Khan can't ride the momentum Punk has brought and sweep any locker room problems under the rug. The Punk situation is a long-term one Khan has to manage and hope Punk's presence doesn't lead to the Elite leaving AEW for the WWE. In addition, Khan has to hope there's no more incidents that lead to Punk and or other wrestlers walking away, which could cause Warner to question AEW's management and long-term stability. Next up, Bryan Danielson dealing with an injury. If you're wondering why current AEW star Bryan Danielson hasn't been doing much in the ring, well, Fightful Select reports that the American Dragon is banged up. The Patreon site noted that AEW has kept him on the sidelines for the most part, minimizing the physicalities involved with the Blackpool Combat Club segments by subtly shifting him into commentary during the factions matches. In addition, Fightful pointed out that AEW limited some of the spots Danielson was involved with at Double or Nothing's Anarchy in the Arena match. Danielson is still booked to compete at Forbidden Door, and hopefully his limited schedule will be all he needs to get back to 100%. And finally, AEW bringing in a former superstar for All In. And last but not least, AEW's upcoming Wembley Stadium show All In will be here soon, and there's plenty of news concerning the event, including a rumor that Tony Khan will bring in a former superstar to further the show's success. Meltzer reported in this week's Observer that there's been a lot of speculation regarding Davey Boy Smith Jr. and the Wembley Stadium show just for an appearance stemming back to the most famous match ever held in the stadium, with his father beating his uncle Bret Hart for the IC title. He hasn't been talked to about it. It's basically if AEW thinks it's something they want on the show. Another name that continues to come up is Bill Goldberg. Wrestling News reported there's been speculation as to what type of surprises AEW president Tony Khan might have in mind for the upcoming show, whether that means bringing in talent from other promotions such as Will Ospreay, or making a splash with signing Goldberg, who's on a free agent market while looking to finalize plans for a retirement match. All In continues to make news in terms of its box office too. Meltzer noted All In at press time is about 66,500 paid and about 8.35 million at Wembley Stadium. It is now the largest paid attendance for a pro wrestling show since WrestleMania in 2016, which is the all-time record and would be difficult for this show to break, but not impossible. AEW is yet to announce any matches for All In, and a dream match such as Goldberg vs Sting, just one of several possibilities, could deliver more ticket sales. But there you have it folks, the wildest news stories and rumors you need to know. Be sure to leave your comments down below, and I'll see you next time with some more wrestling content.